Hey, my wonderful, wonderful people, a pleasant Sunday afternoon to you. If you have not yet made Jesus Christ your personal Lord and Savior, please feel free to do so. He's the best being ever. Certainly that would be the best test decision you could ever make. All right, beautiful people. I don't know. Sometimes I say to myself, I'm going to leave some things, but this one, it irked my soul, to be honest with you. I literally felt incensed. But I said, let me calm, not feel any angst, even meaning anxieties and, get all riled up. Just relax. And it is a very unfortunate for me, to be honest with you. It seemed malevolent. It really seemed disturbing, like it has this sinister thing about it. And the story of David and Saul came to mind. When the women sang, Saul killed 1,000, but David killed tens of thousands. But there is a quantum shift here, or a paradigm shift. This time, Saul was older than David. Saul would have been like a father to David, in terms of age, in terms of experience, and so forth. And, David being around him while in the palace. But this time it would be the younger person seeming to be the Saul, while the older one is the David. And this is in light of a comment that was made by Yohan Blake. And I'm going to read what I saw. Let me see. He wrote, arguably, I am the best 200 meters runner ever. I think, arguably. I just know that Mr. Glenn Mills knew that I could have gone further. So I leave it at that, because I know he has his reasons and it worked out for me. It worked out for me to run the 9.69. So he's saying that he is the best 200 meters runner. And I had to go and research the sort of meaning. Yes, so I had to kind of just do a little bit of research on the word arguably. I mean, I know what it is. And it is really, it says it's used to introduce a statement, because that's how he started, arguably, that can be supported with evidence or reasoning, but it has a but. Might be open to debate or differing interpretations. It's often used to suggest that the following point is one of the most plausible and widely held views on a topic, while acknowledging that others may see it differently. 2008, Usain Bolt entered the World Games, it was, yes, or no, Olympics. And he ran 9.69 and broke the 100 meter record. And then he ran 19.32. Yes, was it? 19.30, my apologies, because I think Michael Johnson had 19.32 for years. And Bolt ran 19.30. in 2008 and broke the record. Good, watch me now. 2009 he ran the World Games and he ran 9.58. Broke back the record and ran 19.19 and broke back the record again. In 2012, because you started to come on the scene thereafter, after the 2009 World Games, you started to come on the scene in the 2011 is Daegu, whichever it was, the one that you're saying had false started on in the 100 meter, and you ran and you won your 100 meter, and you're saying ran, and I think I remember he was injured, or he looked really slim, I think it was that one. So I said, you say look really slim, man. But he ran 19.44 or so very, the time was phenomenal. He was injured, he wasn't training, I mean, this man could just get up, just warm up for about 5 minutes and just run some phenomenal times, And by the way, let me interject. I'm going to make a point with the 9.58, even the 9.69. Remember they quarreled with him for beating his chest? And he came on 9.58. The man, him have a way for just watch the clock. And I watch it on all angles, slow motion, all over the place. I watch over his races every minute. I'm a Usain Bolt fan. True fan, not fake fan. Real one, not bandwagonist. Whether his days are good or his days are bad. And this is from he has been entering World Junior Championships. And Usain still looked over. So just like when he said arguably your times could have been better and so forth, arguably the same for Usain Bolt. Let's bring you to the 4. Your time was what? You've ran 9.69 in the 100 meter. And I think in the 2012, because now you would have been on the scene and really know now, because the year before you ran at the World Games, I think it was. So you came the following year to the Olympic, 2012. That's one of my favorite years. And you ran 9.44. 9.44. Usain ran Michael Johnson's time in the 2012 Olympic, 19.32. In fact, Usain Bolt is really the first and second fastest man in the 100 meter, because that year he ran 9.63 at the 2012 Olympic. 2012 you ran 9.75. He ran 9.63. So you say arguably, because it says you're going to present facts. So let us say, because you said let us leave it there, you're going to say maybe your coach didn't do such a fantastic job. If he did not do a good job, and I'm going to leave it at or better, we're going to move it from good to better. I don't know, I didn't see him training you, so we're not going to say best. And he, based on the little training that he would have then given you, and we're going to say faulty training, because based on how you're talking, let us leave it that you're leaving inference for me to say all of this. The man would have contributed to you winning that 100 meter in the 2011. Coming second in the, I think you came second in the 200 meter, or you didn't run it. I don't remember. I need to go back to it because I don't remember all of them. But he would have contributed to you winning the 2012 as well, Olympic, running the 9.75 and 19.44. Fantastic times. Because based on sprinting, they will tell you that anyone who can run 10 flat as males, they're a fast runner, general fast runner. If they run 20, I guess 20 for the 200, they're generally a fast runner, which is true, makes sense. And the coach that is a let us leave it at that, contributed to you having a gold medal in the 2011 World Games, having a silver medal and 2 silver medals and a gold medal. So silver in the 100, silver in the 200, and gold in the 4x1. And I think you got gold in the 4x1 in the 2011. So Yohan Blake, you shouldn't. I find that you keep putting your foot further and further down your throat. I don't know how you're not gagging. I don't know how you're not gagging and gasping for air. Because you know how the onlooker will be reading it? That you're ungrateful. You know how the onlooker, although we don't know the ins and outs, but I can safely assure that a coach would not want to sabotage himself, even if he has his prodigy, even if he has his main act, which is a great Usain Bolt, and he sees somebody who can do very well, it means more leverage for him. So I don't see, he would be self-sabotaging himself. Saul could not accept that David was more anointed, blessed, and God just blessed him with a gift and talent in the area of dealing with people and his warrior-like status than he did. He couldn't deal with it. That's why he pursued him day and night to kill him. And I saw where the great Usain Bolt did everything to pull you up to greatness, and Warren Ware, I just would watch him in the ins and outs. You can see things, women they can see things. They would watch him in the little game, the little what you call it there now, before the final races. And you watch him coming over and talking to you guys, like him saying, get your whatever it is, get your run, do whatever you need to do. He inspired you in the 2012 where you guys got 1, 2, because I remember that when everybody talked about him coming over and talking to you and to Warren Ware. And you're going to talk about arguably when this man has ran 19.30, 19.32, 19.44 as well on a bad day, 19.19, or you ran 19.26 and 19.44. And you're going to say, and 200 meter is a race that he has always been running. It was when Asafa was just not, coming on these big championship races that he asked his coach, let me do the 100 meter because of his special gifting and talent. You are not the greatest 200 meter. Usain Bolt is both in 100, 200. He's the greatest sprinter ever. Accept it. Guys, you know what to do. Read TikTok and YouTube. Subscribe. Have a good